Now that we've had time to process the GTA 6 trailer, it's time to really ramp things up. Grand Theft Auto 6 is easily the most talked about game in the world. I mean, after a decade of waiting, we finally got to see the next crime sandbox that Rockstar's been working on, and we got a lot of information. Setting, time period, main characters, whole slew of cars that we went over in a previous video if you want to check that out. I mean, it was nice to have some clarity on what we can actually expect from GTA 6 as opposed to all the wild speculation and fake leaks that have been floating around for the last few years. But that doesn't mean that there's not leaks and unofficial things to talk about. The GTA 6 subreddit has been exploding with various leaks and rumors since the trailer came out. Now that certain inside reports have actually been proven right with the release of the trailer, there's quite a bit to talk about. Let me know what you're expecting from GTA 6 down in the comments. Drop a like and let's get into it. As some of you probably remember, perhaps the most popular GTA 6 leak or rumor that was floating around prior to release of the trailer was that many people called the Project Americas theory. According to this theory, GTA 6 was originally going to have 4 different protagonists, a natural progression of GTA 5's 3 protagonists, and feature 3 main cities for the player to explore and goof around it. Now, this theory was even reported on by Jason Schreier, who has an extremely accurate track record when it comes to inside gaming reports. Now, apparently, Vice City was always going to be one of the 4 cities, but the game was going to feature multiple sandboxes, and a chunk of the game was even going to be set in Cuba. It was going to feature a story about the South American drug trade. Now, it's believed that at some point during development, supposedly around 2019 or 2020, the project was drastically scaled back. Vice City was chosen for the main setting, and a number of protagonists were dropped from the 4 down to 2. That way, Rockstar could tell a story inspired by Bonnie and Clyde. Now, it's unknown at this point if the South American drug trade story is going to play into the main campaign, but judging by the trailer, I don't think so. There may end up being some kind of side mission or DLC regarding South America, but the trailer made the game's base story look rather small in scale as compared to the original Project Americas theory. Not that there's anything wrong with that. Before we move on, guys, if you get anything from G2A.com, use code CHAOS. The link is at the top of the description. Save yourself some money. Now, the Project Americas theory lives on in a somewhat indirect way. According to a number of trusted insider gamers, Rockstar is planning on expanding the GTA 6 map as time goes on. They're going to add more major locations, possibly including some story expansions with it. Now, since people play GTA 5 for a decade, Rockstar and Take-Two are likely trying to prepare for GTA 6 to be this very, very long-term game. One of the best ways you can do that is by adding more and more content as the years go on. Not on the same scale as what I'm talking about, but look at God of War Ragnarok. We're now getting free DLC in the form of Valhalla. Same thing, I know, it's different, but you guys get the idea. Rockstar has to come up with this times 100, because if they want this game to last a decade, they're going to have to give people content, right? I think so. Now, that being said, it's very possible that the other locations initially planned for Project Americas are still in play, and they would be added to GTA 6's DLC. Obviously, they're not going to tie into the main story as much as initially planned, and I'm sure the other 2 planned protagonists are either going to be scrapped or completely rewritten, but the idea of having a GTA game with multiple maps is possible. I also ask you, who do you think the other 2 protagonists were? I'm curious. I honestly wouldn't be the least bit shocked if Rockstar decided to go crazy on the nostalgia factor and add in previous GTA locations to GTA 6's DLC later down the road. Possibly adding in Los Santos, right? Rebuilt on the GTA 6 engine, and with all the new gameplay improvements and a brand new set of missions to play through, maybe Liberty City from GTA 4? Heck, why not San Andreas, right? That would be crazy down the road. Now, a while ago, it was confirmed that Rockstar has been working on a remaster or remake of GTA 4, but that project was scrapped due to the poor reception of the GTA Remastered trilogy, which I don't think is fair. Don't shoot the messenger. But one way that Rockstar could be planning to preserve the legacy is with these maps returning in GTA 6. Heck, they could probably even put GTA 4 inside GTA 6 if they were trying to bring back the Liberty City map. If that makes sense, it could work. Imagine in a few years, a Liberty City DLC is released for GTA 6. It contains a new story that ties into the GTA 6 plot and cast of characters, but then in addition to that new content, Rockstar also includes a full remake of GTA 4 built in the new GTA 6 engine. I mean, all the assets would be there, right? If Rockstar handcrafted a new version of Liberty City and released it in 6, all they would have to do in order to make or remake GTA 4 would be to remake some of the old character models, fit the old game's plot into the new map. It's doable. Now, obviously, it wouldn't be as easy as I'm making it sound. Because if Rockstar were to bring Liberty City back, it would probably end up being much more densely populated, probably a lot bigger than the original version that came out on the PS3 and the 360. I know. So it's not like they would be able to just port in the GTA 4 story and mission placement one-to-one, but with all the GTA 4 assets in place, it wouldn't shock me at all if they did something along those lines, and the same goes for GTA 5. You heard me right. Basically what I'm saying is GTA 6 getting its rumored map updates and its city expansions don't rule out the possibility of previous GTA stories getting remade within GTA 6's engine, possibly even being released as DLC or maybe sold separately. Remember when 343 Industries remade Halo 1's multiplayer out of Halo Reach assets and released it both as a separate game and DLC for Halo Reach? That's what I'm picturing. Rockstar remakes old GTA city maps within the engine, creates new stories for them, but while they're at it, they also remake the main stories of those previous games that we all love. Boom! DLC content, or a separate experience for those who didn't buy GTA 6, which there's not going to be any people. But then again, this is Rockstar. This is Take-Two we're talking about. They'll probably just re-release the remakes as GTA 6 DLC so they can beef up the units sold on the base game. I think it's safe to assume that if GTA 4 Remake was released, and it was only available as DLC for GTA 6, all the old school GTA 4 fans would suck it up and go buy GTA 6 so they could play it. Take-Two knows that. Now let's shift gears. I do want to touch base on the GTA 6 trailer because the numbers this thing has been putting up are insane. During the first couple days, it was hard to actually gauge how well it was doing because so many people were watching that it had the view counter broken. But now that a few days have passed and things have slowed down, I can confidently say that it's been viewed over 130 million times and over 10 million people have hit the like button. Now, I think YouTube reported 250,000 overall impressions too. This means it's by far the most popular video on Rockstar's YouTube channel, surpassed the GTA 5 trailer, which previously held the record at 104 million views. And honestly, it's pretty incredible that the GTA 6 trailer managed to beat 5's trailer in 3 days. That should be a testament to just how huge this game's launch is going to be. Remember, GTA 5 broke $1 billion in revenue after 2 days on the market. GTA 6's hype levels are way higher, and it's going to launch for more than 60, so I don't think anybody can deny this is going to be the biggest video game launch in history. Let's just hope Rockstar's up to it, because with how many AAA games come out buggy and busted, I don't think the internet will be polite if GTA 6 launches broken. Now, a lot of people were expecting 6 to show up at the Game Awards, but surprisingly, I don't think it was even mentioned. I guess that was the point of releasing the trailer before the event, because Rockstar probably knew if they were still holding on to the trailer by the time the Game Awards rolled around, they would take a lot of excitement away from the show, possibly even crash the stream because so many people would be tuning in just to see the trailer. So I think it was a smart move on Rockstar and Take-Two's part to release the trailer before the awards. But I still think it's a little odd they didn't release any additional info at the event. I would have been happy about even a pre-order date or something. I mean, something. But I guess Rockstar and Take-Two have different plans. Nothing wrong. I just think it's interesting they sat out completely. Now, with that being said, GTA 6 launching in 2025, I think the 2024 Game Awards are going to be where Rockstar steals the show with a new trailer. Possibly even a gameplay trailer reveal. Or maybe we won't have to wait that long. Maybe we'll get something in spring. I'm not expecting them to reveal gameplay until late next year, but since they promised a 2025 release date, I think the next Game Awards is going to be prime real estate to crank up the hype and drop some new footage. Speaking of Game Awards, what are your thoughts on the Game Awards? Let me know in the comment section. I'll keep you guys posted if anything new breaks.